Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for clicking in and watching this video. Today I am going to be doing a review and demo and first impressions of the Real Techniques mini sponges. It does come with 2 in a pack, but I took one out. I've already dampened one. So let me know if you guys have tried these, if you think they're worth it. I'm a little bit curious. So it comes with 2 in a pack. These are around $5 or $6 for the pack. And I do, I don't know, a first impression is pretty nice. It's pretty squishy. I have tried the original Real Techniques sponge. Let's see. I have it right here. It's not wet. This is the dried version. But it's the same relative shape as the Real Techniques beauty sponge. Except this has a chopped off tip, so it doesn't go to just that edge. It has a flat tip on it. So like I said, it comes with 2 in a pack. This is the size of it when it is dry. This is the size of it when it is wet. And I have already done my foundation, so now it is time to go in with my concealer. Today I'm going to go in with the MAC Pro Longwear. And this is in the color NC20. And I'm going to just apply it the way I would with my regular beauty blender. So I put some on my finger and then I just take my sponge and get it coated and then go in with it. I think this is nice for getting into the small crevice of the under eyes. So already, because the beauty blender is so small, I can feel myself, my nail is tapping my skin. Because I have longer nails right now, and they're not even that long. But because the sponge is so small, my nail tapped my skin a little bit. So I do think that it actually, man, this sponge feels really nice. It's very squishy, just like the Real Techniques, the big one. And that did get into the under eye pretty dang well. I do suffer from fine lines and wrinkles under the eyes. So far I like the way that applied the product. So let's go ahead and do the other eye. My question with these is not is it worth the money, because these aren't very expensive, right? But is it worth the time and the effort in the morning to wet 2 different sponges, to use, you know, have to wash 2 different sponges, use 2 different sponges? This takes a little bit more time. Like typically my beauty blender would just blend it out like in an instant. And then it would be done. Whereas this, because it's a little bit smaller, although it does get into those areas a little bit easier, it's taking a little bit more time. So let's go ahead with this. So I'll also do my forehead. Do you guys prefer to use like 2 separate sponges with your products? Like one just for your foundation, one for your concealer? I think that these sponges would be great for someone who is maybe cream contouring or cream highlighting. I don't really do either of those things because I have oilier skin. So I don't use a ton of cream products. But this sponge is really nice, and I think that if you did use cream products, you would really like this for that. Like, it's perfect to kind of just fit right in that area. I do like it to get in the nostrils, like not in the nostril, but on the side, that little crevice. I feel like this is getting into that area a little bit better than my big beauty blender sponge. So I do like the way that it applied the product, the concealer. I feel like it did distribute it evenly. I think that it looks good. It just takes a little more time than, you know, using a bigger sponge. So let's go ahead and set the under eye with this sponge as well. I'm going to use my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. And I've heard that this edge, this flat side, I already dipped it into the powder a little bit, but I've heard that this flat side and this edge is really good for setting the under eye and kind of like baking a little bit. So let's just get some on the sponge and let's try and do this. And I actually don't really like to bake per se, so I am just kind of pressing that powder into my skin and then wiping it away. And then I'm dragging it into the crease of my nose as well because I get really oily there. So I always want to make sure that that is really set. So that did a really good job. I actually really like this. Typically I use this brush right here to set underneath my eye, but I don't know, I kind of really like this to set the under eye. It was a mirror for me for putting on the concealer. I mean, it did a good job, but my Beauty Blender also does a good job, but I really like this little sponge for setting the under eye. It really is just like the perfect size to get into that under eye area, like perfectly. And because this edge is like a flat tip, it just really presses right into the areas without poking you or, you know, getting into your eye at all, because it's just a flat tip. And then it presses into the nostril, into the side of that nostril really well. I know I keep reiterating that, but that's a big thing for me. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? That looks pretty good. I'm going to go and I'm going to flip it back over and just press in. I have forehead lines pretty bad, so I like to tap those out before I set them because I don't want to set the wrinkly lines. Okay, so I've pounced out those forehead lines. I'm going to go back in with my powder and I'm going to set the forehead. So again, for a larger area like this sponge is a little tiny. It's a little small. It's, you know, it takes a longer to do. Okay, so I went ahead and set everything. I'm gonna go and finish the rest of my makeup and then I'll be right back to give you my final thoughts on this little sponge from Real Techniques. So I have completely done my face. I just went like with a super natural look today. And lots of lashes, which these are my natural lashes. Just lots of mascara and a nice pink lip. So my final thoughts on the Real Techniques mini sponge is that it's nice. It did a really good job. It's very bouncy and very similar in texture, I feel like, to the Beauty Blender. I absolutely love this edge with the flat tip for setting under the eye. It's a little small for any other area of the face, like my forehead or my chin area, but I really did enjoy it for under the eye. Would I run out and go purchase it? Is it a must-have? No, my Beauty Blender does do the same exact thing, so I don't have to have this. But because I bought it and I have 2 of them, I will use them. I did really, like I said, enjoy it for under the eyes. And I think that anyone who's going to be cream contouring or cream highlighting, this would be perfect to fit right in that area or right on the tops of the cheeks. I enjoyed applying my concealer with it today, and I really enjoyed applying my powder with it today. So, not a must-have, absolute holy grail product, but I have it. I will use it. Will I repurchase it? Honestly, probably not. Maybe if they're on sale, or I can use like my coupons, like the 350 off 15, and I need to throw like another item into the mix. I would pick these up, but to rush out to have them, I don't think so. my regular beauty blender or Real Technique sponge does the same thing that this does. It is nice though, maybe for travel. I don't know. I'm just trying to say good things about it at this point. So, I do think that they're good for the price. You get 2 of them for like $5 or $6, and they did perform well for, you know, it did what it was supposed to do. So, in that sense, I really enjoyed it, but I don't think that it's a must-have. So, that's it. That's my thoughts on the Real Techniques mini sponge. I hope you guys liked this video. Let me know if you've ever tried these and what you think about them. If you thought they're absolutely holy grail status or just okay. And I hope you guys subscribe to my channel to catch all of my future videos. Thanks for watching, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye.